This is going to be the video that teaches you about the Craft Studio. The Craft Studio materials are all going to be on this table, and books are always going to be on this side of the table for anything that you would need for vocab. If you look on this side of our big white box organizer, you will find the poster that gives you the information on the levels for the craft station. So you'll notice that level 1 is going to be collage materials, level 2 is Sharpies, level 3 is fiber, so weaving, and level 4 is going to be more collage materials. So if we look back to this white graphic or white organizer, you will notice that each one of these different compartments has a different label that tells you what goes into the label below it. So this one says magazines, and it's for level 1. So this box up here is for level 1 materials, collage materials. So you can take out this box and put it at the table that you're working at, and everybody can share everything that's in this container. Hopefully we'll just take everything out of the bags and put them back into the box once we have stuff being used and coming out of the bags. And that will be put back in this top bin. We also have foam that you can use. This is going to be your final collage paper project. So you'll choose one of these different colors, and then if you want to cut it down to a different size, you can. And then we also have tissue paper right here. Level 1 paper crimper is also here, and then more craft materials for collage level 1 is also over here. So those are kind of spread out a little bit because you have so many options for materials for that first level at the craft station. So if you look down here too, below the table there are a whole bunch of different kinds of construction paper, which are all neatly organized by color right now. And that's going to be really important that we keep that organization so that when you need a specific color, they're always in the same location. And then scrap paper is always going to go in this bin down here. For any pieces that are smaller pieces that people might still want to use in there. And then any pieces that we don't want to use anymore are going to go in the blue recycling bin. For level 1, you will also want to learn how to cut paper with the paper cutter. So we have a paper cutter up here. These blue mats that also go on the top are also going to be used for when you are cutting with an X-Acto blade, and you will need to have this underneath what you are cutting. And to cut with the paper cutter, you are going to want to come closer. You are always going to want to line up your paper on the top of this edge and then figure out what size you want to have your cut be, and then you hold down the paper with one hand and then you use your other hand to cut the paper so that whatever scraps you have, you can recycle them, and then you can use that piece that you wanted to that right size. On the other side of the paper cutter, you're going to want to put this little notch back up so that it locks the paper cutter, so that when you're carrying it, you don't have to worry about the blade opening up. And then we'll put it back up on the top of our studio. So the other levels, we have Sharpies here. We have sketch paper for Sharpies. We have a final paper for the Sharpie project if you want to use that for your project. Weaving looms, and then we have yarn here for the level 3 and the warp string for level 3. And then we also have materials that you can all use for tape, stapler, and different kinds of glue for your collages. Last thing at this studio, like all the other studios, is this container of materials. So they all have markers for you to use. They have 4 different glue sticks, 4 different rulers, 4 different scissors, and then 4 different triangle rulers as well for you to use. The X-Acto blades for you are going to be over in the tools cabinet that has the other rulers and the box cutters over there for you to use at the studio as well.